third year doctoral student at Ball State University. You probably have never heard of it, but that's okay. Let's start at letter F, like fun. That's what we're at.
I want to work on a couple things. Let's go in order. So the first one is the 16th variation. Here, there we go. Thank you. So there's something going on, like when the 16ths come in, and then no,
Oh, earlier.
G. That's the one. So, okay, so when, what do you play?
Tuba.
Tuba. Can you imagine playing this thing? No. Yeah. So what's happening is when you get to this section, the consistency, I mean, you know, I like to be fancy sometimes, but when I hear them playing, I just think, it's ridiculous. And I know it's on the couple, there's like a little stop and a little impulse, which makes this even more difficult than it needs to be, okay? So here, I think, you know, you got them involved. I think your prep was slower than what you went last time, okay? So I think we're gonna get a transition into G, which I think is important.
Sure.
And then I wanna jump to some of the stuff that we were doing in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So why don't we start just maybe 4 before G, so we can do a transition?
Sure.
Does that work?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Now, the bar before, look at this thing. Beat 3 is critical because they go from trill to meter. Yeah.
Right? And so right now, you're thinking of the big pictures, which is really important, but sometimes they do need that technical. And then that's the cue for. Okay, so let's see if we get that transition. Maybe you read a G?
Yeah.
Now, let's go to the holidays. I love how you're melding some places, but coming out of the melding, the tempo is a little inconsistent at times. So let me see you do this again. I don't think we need to do a transition. Let's just go right on.
L. here.
You got the feel, right? And then what about dynamically? Is it pum tigga dum pum pum dum pum tigga dum pum, or shum tigga dum pum pum tigga dum pum pum?
My preference is the second one.
Okay, so then do something terse. So then I think that's the first bit of information you have to give. Tum tigga dum pum tum tigga dum pum. So something sudden happens, so
Yes.
you can prepare. All right. Now, when you meld, why do we meld? Beats.
The showing phrasing, typically
Exactly.
like going over the ball.
100%. The reason we meld for everybody that's a conductor is to show something that goes across multiple beats, or even across the bar line. So make sure that when you do it, that it isn't just a gesture that feels good, but and you're just clear about where they're going once that's established.
Sure.
So let's start L. Let's see if we can get your first terrace idea a little clearer. And remember, when you meld, you shouldn't have to beat time.
Stab your
Just
feet.
make sure you show
And
them
then over.
exactly why you meld.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right, here's L.
They're very observant. Okay, so something has to happen right before the beat. It can't be dum da da bum bum boom, right? Because then there's something that's missing. It almost has to happen on the beat. Bum da da bum 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 da da bum. Something has to happen on 3 for them to know that on 1 is it. You try again?
Yeah.
And we get to the end, we need clarity. Right? So don't forget. Boom. That's the melody at the end. So just make sure don't tie that in. So I remember when we're melding, find out why. Why we're melding to show a musical wave that goes across multiple times. If you're melding, then going back into 3, come to make sure you're right in time when you come back into 3. And then always clue into the fastest